Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us for our second Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill pay-per-view. It's fair to say the company's grown a good bit over the course of the year. We certainly will be smashing that 1,320 attendance that we had the last time, looking at approximately 5,500, and mad to think a 49 was the show rating last time. We should be hopefully looking to be in about the 60s this year, hoping we can maybe surpass that. So let's have a wee look then. What was our main event last year? It was the Good Brothers, the Motorcycle Machine Guns in the North, and Reynolds and Silver for the Impact World Tag titles. And we also have Rich Swann taking on Eric Young and EC3 for the Impact World Championship. So both of them gathered 53 ratings. What I find quite mad is the North have split, the Guns have split, and the Good Brothers are not really doing much at the moment because of how much our tag division is really strong. But I can see over the course of that 1 year that the company and the roster has changed so much. But that's what you need to do, you need to evolve with the times, and as I say, hopefully we have such a strong card that I'm really hoping we can deliver a stellar rating here. So, without further ado, let's book some Hard to Kill. Let's do it. Let's see how it does. So, nearly 6,000 at the Tiger Arena, 5,918 fans. Got to be the biggest attendance we've had so far. As always, if you've watched my videos enough, you know the fact it's a pay-per-view. I always start with a promo package to start the show, where Thunder Rosa, Ronda Rousey give their viewpoint of what they think is going to happen in tonight's main event for the Knockouts Championship. And it's Thunder Rosa just talking about, she's had to fight, scratch, claw for everything she's done in life, and this is the biggest obstacle that she's going to have to overcome in the form of Ronda Rousey. But she's ready and she's prepared for it. Ronda Rousey just says she's been having big matches the whole of her career. She sees this as no different. She's going to squash Thunder Rosa in a matter of a couple of minutes. So very confident by her heel champion. And a very strong 77 segment rating. The opening contest of the evening was a bout that featured superb wrestling and great heat. Had CLAUDIO Castagnoli pick up the win over Chris Hero in 21-14 by pinfall with a neutralizer. Both guys with stellar in-ring performances, 63 and 66, and that gave us a segment rating of 65. But I feel CLAUDIO's quite new to the company. Him and Hero would have an absolute barnstormer together, so just gave them as much time as they wanted in the opening contest, with CLAUDIO picking up the victory. We then go backstage with our user character Don Callis, because Kurt Angle is away with Ring of Honor, and he says he's allowed Matsumoto to find a replacement because Venny is unavailable. So, as always, you book plans and then some people just don't become available, some people get injured. Venny is away working for another company. We've lost a few people to New Japan of America and Ring of Honor, but there's always a plan B. Don Callis, our user character, says to Matsumoto, we were due to debut someone that I think is going to be a very capable tag replacement partner, so they'll debut with you, and that matchup is coming next. So a 40 segment rating. Who will be the surprise last minute addition to Matsumoto? Well, it was a tag team. It was a decent matchup, this one anyway, as Matsumoto joined by Miko Satomura, who defeated Deonna Purrazzo and Kimberly in 9:59 when Matsumoto pinned Kimberly with a backdrop driver, meaning that Matsumoto and Satomura are your new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. NXT UK released her. She's not really over in this save, admittedly, but obviously her skill set is absolutely incredible, so no issues with bringing her in. 46 overall. Our old school face gimmick was a little bit poor, but yeah, I think that's just a tag team that's just going to help the rest of the knockouts get better and better. And a 46 is not too shabby given the level of overness that some of our athletes have. Plus, this was our storytelling match of the night. Moving along, we had a superb matchup again with Matt Riddle defeating Eric Young in 11:42 by submission with a guillotine choke. A 60 here, as both guys had good chemistry together, which lifted the matchup. Riddle gets a 62, Eric Young a 54. And a bit of revenge for one of our other new acquisitions. We then had a backstage tag. You know, we like new signings. Here's some more. Let's add some more depth to the roster. Eddie Edwards is just sitting, chilling and vibing backstage, and he gets beat. Just it's a crap beat out of him by a debuting, or you could say returning, since he was a TNA a long time ago, Roderick Strong. So again, WWE released him. So I was like, alright, well, he's good, I'll take him. So a 57 rating here. Roddy debuts his best in the world gimmick, which gets an initial rating of adequate. And going forward, I am going to book a hell of a feud between Edwards and Strong, hopefully. Next up, we're about to hit Superb Wrestling again, which seems to be a really good feature of today's event. And Great Heat, with Moose defeating Chad Betts in 11:48 with the Game Breaker, giving Moose the third defence of his Impact Television Championship. A 64, both guys bringing over 60 rated performances. I still feel it's a bit too early to take the television title away from Moose, so hopefully he can gather that some prestige, and it's back to the drawing board for Chad Betts. Next up, we're about that had some good heat and decent wrestling as Suicide defeated Chris Bey in 11:58 by pinfall, giving Suicide his 5th defence of the X Division Championship. A 53 here, both guys with some good performances, the 50 playing the 52, but the masked superstar, who is the thumbnail of the series, picks up the victory. Do you like debuts? Well, here's another. Suicide celebrates, only to be jumped by the debuting Shelton Benjamin, who poses with the championship after. Shelton debuts his cocky gimmick, and it was an initial rating of great and a 48 segment rating. We do have a bit of a youth movement going on in Impact, but I do feel you do need some experienced heads. If I can get some people that are really talented, that have good psychology, then I'm sure they can just help those younger talents. These people can also eventually become mentors that can obviously work to have proteges down the line. So I felt like somebody like a Shelton Benjamin coming in could be fantastic to have some good matches in the X Division and hopefully help develop the talents of our younger wrestlers. So a 48 there for the debut of Shelton Benjamin. Next up was the matchup for the Impact World title. Maybe that shows you made that main event with that rating. But it was about to have Superb Wrestling and Great Heat as Fenix defeats Pentagon in 13:59 with a Meteora, meaning Fenix gets the third defence of the Impact World title. That was always the plan. Surprised as both guys with good performances, 75-64. Obviously the great chemistry is going to boost that. I should have thought of that. So probably should have looked to made this main event. But the Fenix reign continues, his brother unable to defeat him. Celebrations for Fenix after the match gets a 61. Simple and effective. We then have the Fatal 4-Way Tag match, and that also gets a 72, as we have an exceptional matchup that saw IOP defeat FTR, the Young Bucks, and the Hardyz in 13:55, when Dinza pinned Matt Hardy with the last chapter. The Inflictors of Pain make defence number 3 of the Impact World Tag titles. There's probably a lot of people tearing their hair out going, how the hell could you have them win this matchup? We'll explain it. So 72 I'm happy with. Young Bucks are obviously on loan. Why would I give them my titles? Matt Hardy's on loan. Doesn't make sense either. And obviously FTR have just had a run with the belt, so if we can establish the IOP to that high level, then it can only benefit them down the line. But you can see there's some stellar performances by many in there, and it is IOP that hopefully should get an overness boost out of this victory as well. And after the matchup, because they're leaving, Nick Jackson has a bit of a tantrum. I can't do a two-person tantrum, so I just done Nick Jackson, 66. He's more believable to freak out than Matt. That leads us to our main event of the evening. Thunder Rosa cuts a promo. Again, just really reiterating what she said at the start of the show. This is her moment. She's a wee bit nervy, but she's ready to give it her all and defeat Ronda Rousey. So a 69 for that. How will their matchup do? Will Thunder Rosa have the psychology to carry it? They deliver. Absolutely stellar. Exceptional matchup. Ronda Rousey defeats Thunder Rosa in 14:18 by stoppage when Thunder Rosa could not continue. She never submitted, she never gave up. She was never pinned. The referee stops the match. Ronda Rousey makes defence number 1 of the Impact Knockouts Championship. A 55 in ring performance plays 78. And overall, these ladies bring a 71 segment rating. You might see this show just be shy of a 70 because of our production values, but this overall, fantastic. And there we go. The show increased their popularity in 56 regions because obviously Fight TV is a smaller network but globaler, so we do get like small gains in various places. But a 69, fantastic. I put all the faith in the world into Rousey and Rosa, and they delivered. It's great stuff by the tag division and the world title match as well, fantastic. So overall, I would say Impact Hard to Kill, success. And how good are we going to be when we can financially be able to make sure all our production values are peaked out? That's going to be really interesting. So hopefully this doesn't take too long and we can get straight back to the main screen and have a look and see how we're going to be financially going forward. But yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with that. That was really, really surprising. You always put faith in the women to do it, but you obviously never know how the game's going to work with them. Let's have a look. Phantom Maze by Seth Rollins. John Morrison's about to re-sign. Obviously, you know, only people can sign from WWE are people that are leaving. We financially can't match any offer. Oh, Tanyara Conti's pregnant. Anybody else? Because you usually notice when one person turns pregnant in this, 3 or 4 end up at the same time. It's quite weird how that works out in game. Anyway, Jake Something will give a new 75% increase. Same with Dash Chizako. That's fine. Keeps them happy, so 50% always annoys them. Cesaro has been hired by New Japan of America on a handshake deal. Matt, Nick and Matt are gone. The pay-per-view buy rate was none. Nobody bought it. But the viewing figures was 109,000 fans. As I found in this game especially, there's no point doing pay-per-view, man. You just don't make the money. Get yourself in a commercial network and make the money for that. It's far more viable. So you can see there, ticket sales are obviously lose a bit because we're in profit to tax and miscellaneous, but we'll still should make a little bit more profit. Worker costs are down, show costs up a little bit, production's about the same. In fact, that'll probably go up 13,000. Media's up a little bit. It's down a little bit. Sponsorship will go up, broadcast revenue up 13,000, so hopefully we should be good. But effectively, basically, ticket sales are what makes us at the moment. But the fact that we've grew so much as a company that in 6 months we've doubled our ticket sales, and we're a good trajectory so far. Oh, just get me a medium so we can just get everything much bigger and kind of be a bit more into the investment side of things in the company. But that's ideal. The company's looking good. Genesis the next pay-per-view in 4 weeks' time. So again, we'll get the 4 tapings done in one night. I cannot wait till we can afford to do 4 tapings and 1 taping a week, because I think that helps my style of booking rather than 4 in one night. But it is what it is. But I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, it is all part of our journey to get us to medium and continue to grow Impact Wrestling. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.